Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinister Skater here, and welcome to the third episode of Best Tours for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, where we'll be covering the submachine guns. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Best Tours, this is a series. It's one of my more popular ones, where after I get Diamond Camo on a weapon class and spend tons of time with each of the weapons, we go in and rank each of those weapons from Best Tours in hopes that, if you haven't used some of the weapons or you haven't gotten into Black Ops 4 yet, once you hop into the game, you'll know what's top tier and wreck people straight off the bat. So it's a fun series to do. People love making their own list and comparing things down below in the comments, and you're encouraged to do so. Leave your own best to worst list, modify mine, bash mine, leave the best gun, whatever you want to do. Now, a few notes before we get into the best SMG here. I am not officially ranking the Daemon. However, I will let you know where I think it ranks at the end of this list. And this is also coming from a console player, because apparently SMGs are a whole nother breed on PC. I also think that the SMGs are very similar in this game. There's some minor differences that definitely make them shine in certain situations, but they have like the same mag size, like they all have low, slow, idle sway, sprint out times are the same, even like attachments are very similar. I think this is the class with the most similarities across the board, so it's a pretty even playing field. But I can tell you that people are going to disagree with some things in this list because of some threads I've already seen on the internet that I don't really understand at all, and even some comments I've gotten on some previous videos of mine. So if you feel that way, again, feel free to leave your own best horse list down below in the comments. But let's start with the best submachine gun in my opinion, which is the Spitfire. This thing is an absolute melt machine. It's a full auto, high rate of fire submachine gun with the fastest base time to kill of 0.34 seconds, which is the same time to kill as the Rampart with high caliber 2. You pull the trigger with the Spitfire and it drops people. You can win any gunfight. You should win any gunfight up to mid-range with this gun without a problem. It has a longer than average max damage range, which is like triple of the other SMGs, and I actually find myself getting some pretty long distance kills fairly often with this thing. I think the only one possible downside with the Spitfire is that it has a slow reload, which is noticeable if you're not using attachments. It also has a lot of recoil when you first use it, but the recoil is very predictable and easy to learn. It goes straight up and then to the left a tad. It really isn't a problem once you use the gun for a little bit. As for attachments with the Spitfire, to avoid redundancy, I'm going to let you know that all these submachine guns except the SAUG have rapid fire, and when you put that on the Spitfire, it has a 0.24 second time to kill. It's insane. So I'm going to let you know that now so I don't have to repeat it on every single gun after this. The Spitfire also has access to quick draw, extended mags, fast mags, and FMJ for shredding armor, and it also has a laser sight in stock, which could be useful for certain situations. I think that quick draw is a must use, as well as extended mag, because it lets you spray down and be super aggressive. And I also like the fast mag and extended mag combo. It lets you be super aggressive and not have to worry about ammo as much. And unlike other weapons with FMJ, I don't really think that FMJ is needed on the Spitfire because of the fire rate and insane time to kill. And the icing on top of the cake is the operator mod, the wildfire for the Spitfire. Holy hell, this thing it literally drops people right when you pull the trigger. It's insane. I think it increases the fire rate to like 1400 RPM or something like that. It's something insane. I might be exaggerating a bit, but like it's an instant time to kill when you pull the trigger. It does add some crazy recoil to the gun. You have to hit your first shot, or you'll find yourself spraying a whole clip trying to connect just one shot, but once you connect that one shot, the enemy's dead. It's crazy. It's everything an SMG needs to be, and the Spitfire is by far the best. At number 2, the second best SMG, we have the SAUG 9mm. I was contemplating whether I like the SAUG better than SMG number 3 on this list, but I forgot the operator mod, the dual wield. I'm sure you're familiar with it. It puts the SAUG leagues ahead than number 3 on this list. The SAUG is a slightly less lethal version of the Spitfire with a 0.39 second time to kill. It has some faster aim down sights with a very generous max damage range. Yes, more than the Spitfires, although I do find the SAUG hard to use at range due to its recoil. It has a lot of recoil that's hard to handle because it's kind of unpredictable. It climbs a lot and it has this weird like zigzag back and forth over time pattern. I just find it hard to stay on target with people at mid-range with it, but it does have some better hit fire compared to the other SMGs. Overall, again, it's slightly worse, like slightly less consistent Spitfire in my opinion. It does have some nice attachment options. This is the one submachine gun without rapid fire, but it does have access to fast mags 2, quick draw, grip, which I think is the one must-use attachment. It also also has like stock 2 and suppressor, which could be useful. And as I said, the operator mod makes this thing pretty OP. It's dual wield. It's really effective from close quarters to like close mid range, and anything beyond that you're kind of pushing it because you're hip firing with these dual SMGs. You can't aim down sight, so there's not much range with these. But it puts the time to kill on par with the Spitfire with the Wildfire. It drops people if you can get really close and hit all those shots. When you do use dual wield, it does restrict the attachments to, I believe, suppressor and fast mags, and it restricts you to a run and gun hipfire only game style. It's a little give and take there, but if you embrace the Russian like go spray people down gameplay, you just go on a tear with this thing. So that's the SAUG number 2. At number 3, we have the CORDITE. The CORDITE is a very lethal SMG up close with some range to it. It's like similar lethality to the previous 2 SMGs with a 0.3 second time to kill at its optimal ranges. And it's much easier to use at range compared to the SAUG and the Spitfire because it has more range in its damage profiles. It actually has a couple extra range modifiers that the other SMGs don't have. However, the range fall off is pretty severe. Once you get past like the 20 meter mark, it starts to lose its lethality, but anything inside that range gets dropped fairly quickly. CORDITE also has a magazine size of 60, and recoil is there. It goes up and wobbles to the left a bit. It also has the best iron sights out of the 5 in my opinion, but it's a very consistent and easy to handle submachine gun. The only bad thing other than its extreme range performance is its very slow reload. You'll feel the slowness with this thing. It's not much of a problem with the 60 ammo capacity, and not to mention its operator mod, but it is slow, and if you're not using either of those, you'll definitely notice it. As for attachments, we have FMJ2, grip, extended mag for even more ammo, and laser sight, which could be useful, but the operator mod, belt fed, is very fun to use. Belt fed essentially gives the CORDITE unlimited ammo. You get a 600 round magazine that never reloads, but instead the CORDITE will overheat and put your gun on cooldown mode if you fire for a very long consecutive period of time, and I find that actually rarely happens. As long as you don't spray for more than like 5 seconds straight, you're good to go. That rarely happens in normal gameplay, so it shouldn't be a problem with belt fed, but it does let you spray a bit more and be more aggressive because you get to be in more gunfights, get more multi-kills because you have unlimited ammo and you rarely have to reload. It's not a necessary operator mod, but it's pretty good. It makes the Spitfire pretty decent. At number 4, the 4th best, or the 2nd worst on my submachine gun list, we have the MX9. The MX9 is an average submachine gun that excels a tad in range performance. And spoilers, with MX9 being at 4th, it means the GKS is at number 5 at the worst on this list. I'm going to talk about it a bit because the MX9 and the GKS are nearly the same weapon with a few key differences. It has the same clip size almost, same sprint out time, idle sway, etc, etc. The difference is in the damage ranges and the rate of fire. The MX9 has a faster rate of fire, giving it a time to kill like 0.4 seconds, and it also has the longest max damage range out of the SMGs. It's like double the GKS, which has like a 3 meter damage range, and the MX9 does its max damage up to like 6 meters, and then has fall off after that like other SMGs. It's fantastic for close quarters and mid-range situations. It's what you'd expect for a well-rounded submachine gun, whereas the previous 3 kind of excel in close quarters combats and have certain niches that you would regularly look for in a submachine gun. Attachment wise, the MX9 is kind of that jack of all trades like the KN and the ABR. It has FMJ, which is nice for shredding armor. Also has suppressor, laser sight, hybrid mag, stock. No operator mod. So, overall, it's a solid submachine gun with all around great range. Very consistent with his max damage range. You'll be getting those 5-shot kills pretty often, and it's pretty decent. Not the best, but pretty decent. And then at the worst, which is the worst, I hate this thing. I'm sorry, the GKS. I know some people have already or are currently leaving comments because this is like a fan favorite submachine gun. I don't know why, because it's honestly not that good. It's literally a worse MX9. It has the same stats as the MX9, except it has 3 more in its magazine, has a total of 38 in the mag. Ever so slightly faster reload and aim down sight, like 0.05 seconds faster, something like that. And it has a slower fire rate, which brings the time to kill down to like 0.45 seconds. The hip fire on this thing is also pretty bad. The only thing the GKS has going for it is that it has crazy low recoil, so it's very, very easy to handle, which I think is why people like it. And its unique modifier is that it has some long-range damage profiles. It's like it has double the range of all the other submachine guns. It's like a maximum of 8 shots to kill. Its 7-shot kill range is like AR status. It's pretty insane. But at long range, you know, the GKS excels compared to the other SMGs, but if you want to use it at that range, use an assault rifle. Try the Maddox, try the Vapor. You know, close quarters combat is where SMGs shine, and I hate this thing in close quarters. You get outgunned all the time. Like, I'm in a gunfight often thinking like, is this guy gonna die yet? The slow time to kill is super duper infuriating, and I hate this thing. It's very easy to handle, very consistently bad. It has the attachments. It has grip 2, which gives you laser sight aim. If you guys didn't see my armory analysis, I'll link to it so you can go see what that does exactly. It also has quick draw, which is great, and suppressor, which allows for some stealthy gameplay. And the operator mod turns it into a burst submachine gun. It gives the GKS some more consistency at range if you're not using grip 2. It makes it a little bit faster to kill, but you're sacrificing 3 creative class points to do so when you can just use the MX9 and get that same result. I'm sorry, but the GKS is trash. It is by far the worst submachine gun in Black Ops 4. And that will wrap up the official list. The Diamond submachine gun, let me throw this in real quick. I would put this at best or right below the Spitfire, I believe. If you use the Diamond with high caliber 2, it has an insane time to kill. It's also a very easy to handle submachine gun. I don't even know if I have gameplay for this, so sorry if I don't. But high caliber 2 is like a faster time to kill than the base Spitfire, without wildfire, of course. But the Diamond's pretty good. It's very solid, very competitive, and I would definitely recommend using it over the GKS for sure. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm pretty sure you already did. Leave your own best to worst list. Let me know what the best submachine gun is. Let me know what the worst one is. Talk to me down there. But that'll be it for this one. The next best to worst will be light machine guns, which will be coming out in the next couple of days, so you can look forward to that. If you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for future gaming and Call of Duty content, and hit that bell notification so you get notified as soon as I upload and don't miss any of my awesome content. Links are down below in the description for 10% off Control Freaks as well as Into the AM apparel. You can also find other goodies down there like my Amazon Associates link, links to all the gear I use to record and produce videos, and other fun things like that. But again, thanks for watching, guys. My name's SMGs. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.